Sean Grayson was his own lawyer, and he faces 4 to 20 years for the death of Sonia Macy. He awaits trial and is in jail right now in Illinois. The unit responding was forced to undergo further training, and her family settled $10 million with the county. Laws regarding application for law enforcement officer jobs were changed as well. Grayson is convicted of second-degree murder, and his sentencing is January 29th. Rio de Janeiro, Brazilian efforts to take back a residential area known as a favela enlisted special forces to pull an extensive operation that required over 2,500 uniformed personnel to extract the occupation of a high-profile gang controlling the neighborhood. Once their feet hit the ground, all operating transportation services to the area were out of service, causing a riot in the stations, where over 85 plus arrests were made. Inside the favela, shots were flying, casings littered the floor as the gang that staked claim to a stronghold there clung onto violence one more time, but for dear life. They watched as their comrades, one by one, returning fire at a hellish force, fell one by one. A total of 128, with 4 fallen officers seen in circulating now viral videos being honored as heroes. By the end of the battle, buildings were made into Swiss cheese while others burned. Hostages were released, pictures of militia-style arsenals were taken for forensics, and bodies were laid out for identification and counted. A dark haze sat above the neighborhood as they were taken in by the droves. Until we admit that they are terrorists and agree not to make deals with them, we will have no comparison in real life as side by side of a place in the world that is so oppressed by occupations and insurgency it requires military force. For the residents to be able to live safe and sound as they should. That's what civilians deserve, the dignity, respect, and sense of security where they have raised up a family. As Hurricane Melissa crosses the Bahamas, many are left with the aftermath. Currently, the death toll is around 40. There are at least a dozen missing, and now the state of many a nation is left with no water, electricity, food, or supplies, making landfall twice. Hurricane Melissa crept up into Jamaica, barreled right into Cuba. It at one point saturated Haiti and the Dominican Republic with tropical rains, causing catastrophic conditions, landslides, flash floods, property damage. The situation looks grim as many abroad round up supply and donations for transport to those affected. My thoughts and sympathies to all who have lost their lives in what is the 8th worst storm near the region and the worst to date in the Caribbean seas, with winds at 185 miles per hour. It proved deadly. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. My son, Def Rump.